Hi, this is R.A. Burrell. I'm going to walk you through how to get your true traffic inside of Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a wonderful tool. There are some limitations on some of the common errors that creep up. I'll show you what that looks like. The reason why we want to do this is sometimes Google Analytics can inflate the traffic. And when we're comparing traffic year over year, if the traffic last year is inflated, it will look like we're down, so we need to get the true traffic number. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've logged into Google Analytics and I am going to change the date range to year to date through October 31st. So I've got my date range, and then I'm going to do compare, and in that there's a drop down called previous year, and that will give me the correct dates for the last year and compare those two together. Now currently, if I go under acquisition on the left hand side, all traffic, referrals, I'll show you what is a common problem. This traffic for the number one referral right here is the website itself. So Google Analytics forgets that it has traffic coming in sometimes, and it will go, hey, you're a new person, I'll add you to the list. So that's an example of the problem here. It's called a self-referral. It's the website can't send traffic to itself, but sometimes Google Analytics forgets. So we're going to need to take care of that. Here's another example. The reservations tool is also, so when someone goes from the website to reservations and then back to the website, it goes, hey, where'd you come from? Oh, you came from reservations. Well, that's still the website, but Google Analytics is calling it a new user. So in this example, the traffic is clearly overstated. Right now it looks like it's 144% up from last year, but that's before we have gone in and filtered that out. So I'm going to show you how to do that now by creating a segment. At the top of the page, there's a place here called segments. So I'm going to go into the segments, create a new segment, and call it whatever you want. You're the one that's going to see it when you log in. No one else will. So you're the one that has to have a name for it that makes the most sense. I'm going to call it net traffic. And inside of this, there's all kinds of ways that we can segment the traffic to the website by demographics, what they've done, traffic sources, e-commerce. We're going to go into conditions. And in conditions, it allows me to set up one or more with various logic. So let's go through that. We're going to filter on that referral that is a source. So I'm going to go through and find the source that contains, and if I just start typing the domain name, it will show me all the various versions of the domain name that have an issue. Of course, it always helps if I can type. And I want any of those. So we're going to pick all of these, washington.org. And we're going to exclude that traffic. So it's filtering that down as it should, and it shows me over here a little status of how many it found that match this criteria. But we're not done. There may be some more. So I'm going to add an or, go into my source and contains, and I'm going to look for some of the common, just by typing, booking engines. You may know yours. In this case, I'm looking for Intopia. I'm also going to try anything that looks like Book Direct, because that's also a common problem. So it didn't find any that match these, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it just in case at some point those are added or it creates a problem. And I'm going to save this as net traffic. And when I save it, it's going to go through. It's going to leave me with net traffic already set. So this is just the net traffic, and what I'm going to want to do is go back to all traffic by channels, and let's see what that looks like. So now that we've netted it down, we can see the difference. In this case, it's changed it quite a bit of the total sessions from year over year, but now we know what the real number is. And particularly if you've just come in and inherited a website in your position, you really want to make sure that if last year is overinflated and you've fixed the problem on the website for tracking, that it doesn't, you're not comparing the netted number this year to an inflated number last year. But now I know the correct traffic numbers, and I've saved it in my segment called net traffic. Now there's one more thing you can do to make this easy to get to. At the top of the page, there's a place called shortcut. And I'm going to give it a name. I'll show you where this winds up. This makes it easy for you to get to when it's time to do your periodic reporting. It's going to be net traffic. I gave it a name, and that's going to put it right over into shortcuts. So the next time I come in, if I just want to go in to see my year-over-year traffic that's been netted for the correct numbers, I can go in and find it right here. So that's how you get the true traffic to your website. If you have any other questions, you can email me, ra@internethoney.com. Thank you.